Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, Week 6, and it was the visiting Cardinals who came away with the victory. So now they've got a chance here to sweep the season series if they can get the victory in Glendale. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run with Gibson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've... And some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw, it's Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And a short gain down to about the 33. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Smith. And that is incomplete here.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Walker going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. That's out to the flat for Ingram. Touchdown, Seahawks. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now 14-0.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to break the end zone, not a good one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, fancy running by Murray. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's Jones. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They're going for it. It's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 59 yards. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The offense on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Geno down to throw. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now Geno on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. Touchdown! Marquise Goodwin, 37 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
First down, Murray. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Geno. Buying time to his left. Left side complete to Lockett. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On first down, it's Smith. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Walker. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Getting in there and playoff was Myjai Sanders. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing again on second down. Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Come on. Hey, Cardinals.
Hey, we got a seal.
Riggs. 60 Bobcat.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
In motion comes the tight end left.
70 Ranger.
On 2nd and 2, Smith steps away to his left. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
Defenders are always happy anytime they can sack a quarterback for a loss of 10 or more yards. There's an example there. High fives all around.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And he's going to be intercepted for the third thus far. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now, because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out, because the current formula is not working. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The Smith throw caught here by Metcalf. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's Zaven Collins into the backfield with ease and making the stick. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Smith. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And it bangs off the right upright. No good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
You got nothing. Check. Shift. Watch the shift. He's coming. Double up.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds.
Murray now to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Easy.
Now Murray again. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Smith on 3rd down. And that's caught at the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, 60 yards. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
36. Come on. 57. Mike, 57. Quick time.
Murray now on first down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Throwing on first down is Murray, eluding the pressure right. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Man, I got you.
Hey, Ace.
Here's Murray. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Gibson again. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Murray now. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Let's go, defense. Boards. 57. Mike, 57. Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Big Ace.
You gonna take.
To throw is Murray. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Mike's 56. All day, just like that. Just like that. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Ricky.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And Murray's going to keep this.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Here we go, D.
Murray, one final try. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Seahawks, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.